Peace, everybody. Peace. All right, now. So here we go. Here the hell we go. I'll just start with this. I think every man on the planet should study under the guidance of, under the visionary counsel of Tyson Fury to learn how to elevate one's pull-out game. This man is masterful, ingenious, resourceful, inventive, cutting edge, astute, and clever. Every man needs to be knocking his door down for the scoop, for the tidings, for the indispensable information on how one can continuously and without fail pull out without a trace, without an utterance, without any qualms whatsoever. Okay? I did a commentary about Mr. Tyson Fury in the heavyweight division only about a week or two ago. And, in the commentary, I specified and substantiated how Tyson Fury is in no way the face of the heavyweight division. Now, I had some comments and some feedback, particularly from fans over in the UK. Shout out to all the UK people. Okay, but these fans who, in a majority came through to comment, they were running to the defense of Fury, making all types of pardons and reasons and reprieves, etc. Okay? For the antics and the behavior of this man and how he is, one of the, or the face of heavyweight boxing, and how he had, proven much and, earned whatever the case is and all these types of things, right? But there was a very small number of people who were not at all mystified by the charades, let's just say, of this man. Okay, people who mentioned and agreed with me on Fury's fickleness and, that he has a history of such behavior and a history that we can track of such behavior, of fickleness, right? Now, he's been stalling this particular fight right here. Let's just start with this one. He's been stalling this fight against Usyk for something like 2 years. Now, to me, it is evident that this man is doing his absolute best and damnedest to bypass Usyk at whatever cost, for as long as he's allowed to disrespect the boxing community. Now, he will perpetually continue to disrespect his fight fans by distancing himself and stalling this bout for as long as he's allowed the leeway to do so. As long as he's allowed to do it, he's going to do it. Now, it's bad enough that this fight, since its announcement, hasn't garnered any of the attention and anticipation that one would assume would be automatic, customary, or expected for such a coveted event. Undisputed heavyweight, one face, one name, and all this and the like that we've been hearing over the few names, it's about to commence between these two men. And it hasn't generated, as I mentioned in the commentary, any attention, no anticipation whatsoever for such a high risk bout, right? For such a definitive bout. Now, to add to the fact that this has garnered lackluster reception, you pull yet another one of your antics and spit in the faces of the few that were actually interested in this event? Like, how, the disrespect, the carelessness, the disregard of whatever support base he has left. Am I right or am I wrong? Like, you playing with people's time. He also pulled this same stunt against Klitschko prior to that fight actually finally materializing, right? He postponed that fight between Klitschko twice, if I'm not mistaken. 2 times, if I'm not mistaken. And if you recall also, he pulled a similar stunt against Wilder in preparation for their legendary trilogy matchup. He claimed that he had fucking COVID in order to stall and linger and cause a ruckus, right? This motherfucker claimed that he had COVID. Meanwhile, he's out and about in public with no mask and practicing no social distance whatsoever, hugging and kissing up on people and go watching goddamn car races, taking pictures, loving up on fans. All of this while supposedly testing positive for COVID. And all of this within days of announcing that he had tested positive for COVID. And nobody said a motherfucking word. They just let this man go around and prance about and saunter his way around. Nothing was done. Nothing was said. We see these pictures. Nobody called his ass out. Nothing. Now, it's my supposition, my postulation, that the repeated antic, gimmick, stunt, exploit that Tyson Fury pulls is because he firstly, has absolutely no respect or regard for the boxing world. That's my supposition. Now that is proven by his history of incessant drug use. Let's just motherfucking call a spade a spade. That is proven by a history of incessant drug use, having been caught cheating multiple times with PEDs, and also the disregard for whatever little fan base that he has. Or I wouldn't say little because, the UK is its own kind of realm. But, I'd say, not having a worldwide fan base. And the disregard of what fans he does have to clamor on to. No respect, no regard for any of that. Any of those people. Any of the boxing world, for that matter. He has proven time and time again that he is only interested in harvesting attention to feed his sickness and his delusion, whatever that may be. I don't know what this man is tripping off of. Secondly, he uses these measures, I think, if I want to try to, surmise what is going on in the mind of this man, I think he may also be using these measures, I guess, as some sort of strategy, some mind game, some tactic to employ some sort of response from his opponent, right? To get under the skin of the person, to rattle, to stir, to unnerve, to agitate the surroundings leading up to a bout. Now, that's not my preferred means to go about enacting the quote unquote art of war. I don't support that in such a way. That is very childish to me. You don't play such games at the expense of the people who are genuinely anticipating and seeking to support you in your ventures. Now, I'm not in any means one of those people. I have no interest in him. I don't consider him a part of anybody that I would call my warriors, my pound for pound fighters by any means. But I am a fight fan. And I truly do, on that basis, feel bad for the fans that he's left repeatedly and frequently and recurrently in the dust due to his antics and due to his carelessness. I don't like that for the people who do fuck with him. The antics, the horseplay, and just leaving them on the wayside like that. It's just too careless to me, and I don't like it for them. It just has you wondering, like, at what point will he be held accountable? At what point will he be held accountable? He's barely been held accountable for his drug use, for his PED motherfucking use, for his cheating tactics. When will he see some ramifications for his behavior, for his actions in anything, whether he got a motherfucking cut or not? When will he be held accountable for his actions? This supposed cut brings all of these questions to surface because this is not the first time he's pulled his magical motherfucking, what you call that, Houdini pullout game antics. The things that he's gotten away with throughout his boxing career, another would have gotten every door slammed in his face for. So I don't want to hear it. I'm not at all mystified by the charade. At all. I'm not buying it. Anyway, y'all fans over there in the UK or wherever y'all at that rock with this man, y'all got some serious thinking to do. This man is in no way a professional. This man is way too careless about your dollars, about your input, about your time, about your investments, about your gravitation to him. He doesn't give a fuck about none of y'all motherfuckers at all. Y'all got to look at your boy really closely and start asking some questions and start cutting some motherfucking strings loose. Because the disregard and disrespect that he shows for y'all is something unparalleled. Anyway, on to the next. Peace.